Alrighty, everybody, welcome back. We are reading the Tafseer. It's been wonderful so far, extremely helpful. Very cool that, knowing that these types of texts exist so that we can expand our knowledge. We are in Surah Al-Baqarah. We were dealing with 2:104, okay? But magic is purely harmful, so there is no need for it at all. All forbidden things are either completely harmful or their evil consequences outweigh any benefit in them. By the same token, everything that is enjoined either completely good or its good consequences outweigh any bad. Now, outcomes. So it really just depends on the outcomes then, right? Knowing full well, that is, the Jews were well aware that whoever dealt in magic would have no share in the hereafter. Okay, so the assertion is that the Babylonians at this time, the Jews, had some type of force that they utilized. That is, rather, he would be subject to punishment. They did not do it out of ignorance, rather, it was because they preferred the life of this world to the hereafter. So, the desire for wealth, maybe? I mean, we don't know exactly what the Babylonians urged for at this time. Maybe we do, let's see. How wretched was the price for which they sold their souls. If only they knew, that is, if only they had the kind of knowledge that would lead to righteous deeds, then they would not have done that. They probably had the knowledge, but their impulse was stronger, right? You can know good things and make mistakes. I'm surely they look back now, and their empire is mostly remembered for being a warning for everyone, right? I'm pretty sure they didn't imagine their glory being written down in that way, right? Okay, now we're in 2:104. O you who believe, do not say to the messenger Ra'ina, rather say Undhurna, and listen for the disbelievers. There will be a painful punishment. And then there's a footnote here, fam. Ra'ina means listen to us. Undhurna means look at us. Both words convey the meaning of pay attention to us, but with a slight twist in pronunciation. The former had an offensive meaning in Hebrew, which the Jews took advantage of to mock the Prophet, peace be upon him. Hence the believers were instructed to use a word that could not be twisted in this manner. Satire. Yeah, everybody's capable of that. Yeah. It's just a common rhetoric tactic that your opponents would always use to make a goof of something. Okay, 2:105. It is never the wish of the disbelievers among the people of the book, or of the polytheists, that anything good should come down to you from your Lord, but Allah singles out for His mercy whomever He wills, for Allah is possessor of abundant grace. I like how that's worded, possessor of abundant grace. When the Muslims addressed the Messenger, peace be upon him, as he was teaching them about their religion, they would say, Ra'ina, meaning pay attention to us, giving the word an acceptable meaning. The Jews, however, gave the same word an offensive meaning. They took advantage of this opportunity to address the Messenger, peace be upon him, with this word, intending the offensive meaning. So Allah told the believers not to use this word, so as to put a stop to this problem. So a shifting of language. This shows us that something permissible may be disallowed if it becomes a means that leads to something haram. It also shows us that we should adopt good manners and use words that can only be interpreted in a good way. But today, though, anything you say can be twisted. That's what the media does in so many countries. I mean, marketing, that's what they study. This propaganda that you say something good, but it can be bad, or like it depends on the headline, right? It's something we see now to where we have to pause and reflect on every single news thing we hear. And so much of it's interesting. You can try, but to me that's, you try your best, but your intentions, you could be so clear and somebody could go the other way. It's just crazy. We should also avoid foul speech and offensive words or words that are ambiguous and may be interpreted in an inappropriate manner. That's pretty much all language, though. I mean, look what people did with the eggplant emoji, right? I mean, they make everything. Pancakes. I mean, everything. Everything has been satirized and made a joke of everything you can think of, at least in Western countries. Everything. You can find a joke about a shoe, about anything. Literally anything. I mean, that's a huge market in so many shows. So Allah instructed them to use words that could only be interpreted in a good way, as He said, rather say unthurna, for this word is sufficient to convey the desired meaning without any reservations. And listen. Who or what is to be listened to is not specified, so as to include everything that is enjoined to listen to, such as the Quran and Sunnah. We should listen to them, understand them, and respond to them. This is proper manners and obedience. Okay. The Quran and the Sunnah. Yes. Give you good manners by listening. Then Allah warns the disbelievers of the painful punishment, and speaks of the enmity of the Jews and polytheists towards the believers, for they do not wish that anything good, whether it be great or small, should come down to you from your Lord. This stems from envy and resentment on their part, because Allah has singled you out for His grace. You know, people get jealous. It happens. It does. It's a human thing we do to each other, no matter which group we're in. For He is possessor of abundant grace. By His grace towards you, He sent down the book to your messenger, peace be upon him, in order to purify you, to teach you the book and wisdom, and teach you that which you did not know. To Him be all praise. Okay, so when someone asks, why did this book get sent to the Prophet? It's a means of purification and a lesson, and it has wisdom in it for you that you can utilize to go on the straight path to earn a higher accounting in the next dimension, right? Okay, 2:106 and 2:107. Whenever we abrogate a verse or cause it to be forgotten, we bring one better than it or one equal to it. Do you not know that Allah has power over all things? Do you not know that to Allah belongs the dominion of the heavens and the earth? And besides Him, you have neither protector nor helper. Oh, yes. Look at that. Look how it... There's some, when people think of a holy book, they wouldn't expect something like this to be in it, right? Sometimes people assume it would always be dry and boring. But look, it really does something there, like, besides Him you have neither protector nor helper. So protector, you got the security side, and helper is like you really need aid. Without those things, humans, we really suffer, because we always need help and we always need protection, right? Whether it's policemen patrolling the streets, or a good Samaritan, or your own self-defense, right? Or laws, or whatever it is, or cameras, whatever it is that's keeping protection, we look to those objects and then forget that there's something else there. And helper, sometimes we look too much to others, right? Doesn't mean they can't be a medium of help that was sent, but it just means that they are not the means of, right? Quite wonderful. The Arabic word nask, translated here as abrogation, means moving or shifting. Okay, and that's spelled Naskh. Nas. Maybe that's how you say it. A moving or a shifting. Okay, fam. So, we got a lot to think about.